Hey, what's up, you guys? Are you thinking about being a travel nurse? Well, stay tuned. I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of being a travel nurse in this video. There are so many benefits, and sometimes you don't want to always be in the same environment. You don't always want to be with the same group of nurses, the same people. You just want to be versatile. You just want to get a change of scenery. So I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of being a travel nurse. You know, when I became a nurse, first I went to school to become an LPN, and through that I got my CNA license about 4 months into it, and I was working kind of more like home health type of jobs as a CNA. And when I graduated as an LVN, I know most people would have typically ran to SNF facilities or hospitals or things like that, but I actually stayed in home health for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's because of the gems that I got, to be honest. At that time, 2018, 19, 20, Craigslist was a gem for a lot of things aside from just selling things. And I went on Craigslist before because I saw that there was a job area there, and there was also a healthcare sector section in that area. So I would click on it and I would put LVN, and I would see a lot of jobs for private nurses. These would be families that have a lot of money, they have a nice home, and they want to keep their family member in the home. They want to pay for the person privately, and they were pretty much fed up with agencies ripping them off, different nurses coming in and out of your house when a nurse would call off. They really did not like that type of setup. So, I really found a lot of benefit actually in working in such a setting because I got to be my own boss, essentially. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about, the benefits of it. I really, for the first 4 or 5 years of me getting my license, I never worked in a SNF, never worked in a hospital, never worked in any of those really intense settings. I really was on Craigslist. I would find a job there. They would hire me. I would be with them for 2-3 years. And then sometimes maybe it died off a little bit, or I decided to move. I found another private job through Craigslist in another location. And so I've always kind of, Craigslist, it has a place in my heart. It has a big place in my heart because, I brought me serious money. And so that also goes to say that, sometimes it's not always just going on Indeed or going on different places. You have to be strategic. Sometimes you may get a home health job and the family ends up liking you and they want to hire you privately. So all of this experience, it really just made me to just be like, Tina, that's my stuff, right? Okay. Tina, you be branding yourself the way branding is supposed to be. You don't even need nobody. So I was just like, I don't even know why I'm over here being at agencies and stuff like that, because I literally walk into places and my energy, how I bring the patient's mood up, how I find clever ways to, bring up the energy. Every day I don't come in there just, okay, let's give medication. Some days I'll come in there and I'll say, let's play jazz music as we're starting the day. Sometimes I'll come in, I'll say, what music do you want to play? Let's play some rock. Okay, let's play some rock. And we'll be grooving. And their spirit is so happy. The room is filled with energy. And when the family walks in there, they're happy, they're pleased with me, and that really made me feel fulfilled, aside from the fact that I had to find unique ways to stand out to make the patient's day better. A lot of times patients are dealing with depression and different things. So being a travel nurse is really important to brand yourself well. It's really important to look the part, have clean uniform, be smelling good, hair done. It's not all just discombobulated, oral care, smell good. All that's really important. Your bag clean. You have stethoscopes. You have all your stuff in there for if the family's, instruments are not working. You have your own blood pressure cup. You have your own things. So, having your food together, not you always trying to leave or getting DoorDash. And be organized. Be very organized. Not being on your phone a lot. These type of things really set you apart from average workers, to be honest, and really help me to thrive to where, like I said, out of my 6 years of being a nurse, I probably just started doing SNF about maybe 5 years into my license. And for the most part, I was getting paid actually more, if not the same, as a person that would work at a SNF, but I just had one patient. I was in their home. I wasn't dealing with all the extra stuff. I was still taking the patients to the doctors, still doing wound care, but it was just not all that extra stuff. Yes, there are some benefits and some, cons to it, of course, of not having that stat, emergency, all different types of situations happening. But to be honest, I don't want to. I don't want to, because in nursing, that's another thing that kind of steered me away from actually being an RN for a while, is because I was like, I just don't want a billion patients that I have to take care of in family. Like, just stress. Jesus Christ. I don't want it. But that's the beautiful thing about being a nursing. There are different areas. You can be a desk nurse. You can be a person who works in the ER. You can work at a cosmetic place where they give Botox injections and you are just in a room making sure they don't have any side effects. There are so many different avenues that you can be in. Don't just limit yourself to just being one-sided, or even doubt your ability to learn and adapt to new things to where you don't even push yourself into a new space. That is something that really, being a travel nurse, really drew me closer to wanting to do that, because I really didn't enjoy the environment of like waking up every morning and I go to the same facility, same people, same patient, day after day, month after month, year after, oh Jesus. And then over familiarity, y'all already know how that is. Y'all already know how over familiarity is. A lot of times you will be, with people, you see them all the time, you end up telling them your business, you end up telling them a lot of things about you, and things go south. It is what it is. And it ends up being messy. And that's what I also didn't like, is the cattiness about things. Sometimes you will do things with an error, and instead of them to just tell you, they'll go tell the DON, go tell the supervisor, why are you like this? Why are you messy in this lifetime? So I just didn't like that type of stuff. So let me go over some things that I learned. Like I said, I was in home health for a while, and I recently decided to do travel nursing local. And so I was just like, let me try this out. I was nervous in the beginning because I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Injections. Oh my God. If someone falls on the floor, do I know what to do? I was stressed. Yeah, I was just a bit stressed. But you know what happened? The spirit within me said, "You're boss. Understand something. You are boss." And I came up with that, energy, like, yes, okay, anything that's thrown at me, I will succeed, no matter what is going on. So because of that, I was just like, yeah, it may be challenging, but if it's something I don't like, I'll just leave. I was just like, okay, this is my last day. I'm gonna see y'all again. But if it's something I like, or if there's something challenging, have a humility to be able to say, hey, I don't understand. Can you show me how to do this injection? Can you show me? And even if they're gonna talk later, guess what? That's the last time they go talk, because you're not gonna have another injection error. You're not gonna have another, can you show me how to do a sub-Q? I mean, I knew how to do those things, but I'm saying, if that was the situation, don't be hesitant to ask for help. A lot of times nurses eat their young, and we were all new. We were all acting like we were new and stuff. And sometimes you can even lie and say, I am a new grad. Yeah, I just graduated. I used to do real estate. I decided to. They won't mind helping a new grad, even though you've been here for 6 years, 7 years, 8, 12 years. It doesn't matter. Everybody can go in different seasons. Some people get their nursing license and they become moms. They're stay-at-home moms. They don't have to work. That's a whole flex. They don't have to work. And now they just decided, let me use my license. Let me just work 1 day a week. And they're considered like a new grad. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I've been at home resting all my life. Okay. So everybody's coming in different levels for whatever reason it may be. So you don't have to feel inferior or feel like, they're going to laugh at you. They may, but who gives a damn? Okay. A lot of times that might be, you may not even be at that facility no more. You don't even want to be there no more. So learn what you got to learn and get on with it. Okay. That's something I realized about that. So as I became a nurse, working with being a travel nurse, I literally, because I have a little one too, I was just like, I need a job that's going to give me the money that I want to have, because a lot of the times facility jobs, they're paying like, let's say $30 an hour, $32 an hour, and they give you benefits, but registry or working as a travel nurse will give you like 15 hour. And I was like, ooh, that's a big jump from 30 to 15 hour. And then overtime, if you stay over, that's a big jump. That is a whole lot of a jump. That's $20 every hour. That money can be used for something. So there have been many times where maybe an average 12-hour shift may make a regular person like $400. I have done 12-hour shifts and made $800 to $900 and walked out of there. And I was like, wow, this was nice. I just passed medication. There was an RT there. There was a CNA there. There was 2 RNs on the floor. Like, I just literally had to pass medications, and everybody was brain dead. Everybody was just in bed. No talking, no nothing, just G-tubes, give medication, checking G-tube sites, do the dressing change. I was out of there. And I was like, oh, this is nice. I liked it because, it just brought so many things, y'all. So let's get into it. So first thing is that as a travel nurse, you don't have the same workload as regular staff, especially if you do local. I'm specifically talking more about local contracts where you're just driving about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour away. Sometimes people drive 2 hours. The money is nice. Sometimes I have driven 2 hours for a shift and made about $800-900 off of a 12-hour shift. And I came back and I have a Prius, $40 in my tank. I barely probably used $20 to get to where I was supposed to get to. So, hey, managing well, okay? So I don't have the same workload. Number one is you don't have the same workload as everybody else. They know that you are new. They know that you're just covering Becky's shift. Becky's out. She's sick. They're going to tell you, okay, you get there. Hey, you have room 1 to 25. These patients are crushed. These patients need their medication on time. You also have to come into the environment, not like some girls I would see come into the shift and it's just like, who fought you before you got here? Like, who made you angry? Smile. Because your energy when you come into there will let people either help you or be like, she got it. I don't got time for it. Before she tried, I don't even know her attitude. I don't even want no problems. Literally, if you come in there smiling, hey, can you please give me like a little bit of information about who's crushed, who's not crushed? Even though it tells you on your MAR, it makes it longer to have to click and look. So if you're able to just tell them, hey, which ones are crushed? And they'll even tell you these ones are diabetic. Thank you so much for helping me. What's your name? Okay, great. Thank you. I'll see you around. Yeah. Okay, great. And when you see them around, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going so far? It's good. These patients. Oh yeah. Alrighty. And you have a good attitude about you, Tamara. They want to help you. They usually will not give you a lot of loads of things to do because they know you're new. They know you don't know the facility's policy. They know you don't know where to go for most of the supplies. They're going to tell you, but they will also help you. They will also say, okay, don't worry about the weeklies. I will do them for you. God bless you. May you forever be blessed. Listen, I love when those ones help me like that. Thank you. Okay, I know how to do it, but thank you because I get to leave here now stress-free. 2 is also that you get to be in different work environments. Like I said earlier, if you're the type of person who likes to be in new sceneries, be in new locations, gets to travel around your city to be, oh, I didn't know that there was this spot here. Whoa, I didn't know that there was this lounge here. Okay, break time, you're able to leave. Wow, there's a great food spot there. Now I can go on a date night with my man or my friends. Like, it's so great because you get to be in new environments. You get to see new places. You get to learn your city better. A lot of times we're trying to travel outside of this world and we haven't even been 2 cities over and really explored. So you're able to see new environments, new friends, new people, new men, new women, new bosses, and new environments. And I really like that because I'm a people person. So it was really nice to come to this work environment and be like, oh, wow, okay, everybody's friendly. Some people are laughing, they're giggling. Okay, they're playing music at this facility. My other facility, there's no music allowed. This is nice. You get to just explore. Okay. 3, it makes you work on your social skills, team management skills, and how fast you can learn something. It also helps you work with your patients and your anger management, all of that, because like I said, you're in a new environment. So as you're in a new environment, you have to also be able to be a people person or you're not going to make it. You're not going to get on their favorites list. And now when you see shift posted, you automatically get it first. A lot of apps have have a thing where you can be on their favorites list, to where when they like you, they will just put you on their favorite, to where now whenever they post a shift or they need a shift cover, they directly go to you. They don't post it for the whole city to see, and then whoever picks it up. And that happened a lot. I ended up having like 20 people on my favorites list, and I love that because it didn't make me have to work so hard for work or look always on my phone like, when is the shift coming, like I saw a lot of people do. So like I was saying, it helps you to work on your emotions. It helps on making you to different patients, or you're going to be making you upset sometimes, frustrated. It's not going to be the same environment. Different patients going to be doing different things. You just have to be more on your P's and Q's and more patient, because you're new. So another thing is that it expands your minds to different facilities and the different types of facilities that are out there. This is great because, as we are travel nurses, there may be a time where you don't want to be a travel nurse anymore and you want to work at a facility. As you get on people's favorites list, or you just go around to different facilities, you're able to see, wow, I really love how this facility is ran. Like, I feel so great when I work here, and I could definitely see myself working here for a long-term period. So this is also great to be able to survey the different types of facilities. I've been to facilities where there's only 4 people there. I've been to facilities where there's only 6 beds there. I've been to facilities where it's a whole unit, it's subacute. I've been to places where, it's just kids with disabilities. So I've been to adult daycares. So it's beautiful. Like, you're able to look at be in so many different areas, so many different types of facilities, and really get to be like, wow, there's a lot of things out here. I even been in apartments that were for elderly people, and the apartments were like high-end apartments, like has chefs, they have a theater room. The theater room is huge, and I was like, wow, they are really being taken care of. Like, each person's room was like their own apartment. Very nice. Furniture was nice. Food was delicious. Even staff could put in requests for them to have some of the lunch, and then they will make them a plate, and the food looked absolutely delicious, and was. So, there's different types of facilities out there. 5, you get offered job opportunities a lot. Like I said, I would go to facilities, they would like me a lot, and they would see me often, and they would be like, you're like a regular, like you like pretty much work here. And I'm like, yeah, and so I really did like that. Also, DONs would offer me positions and say, hey, would you ever think about working here? I really did like the fact that it was registry. I did like getting paid 1-2 days after I worked every shift. It was just fast money. I didn't have to worry about calling off. It wasn't actually scheduled. So there was a lot of perks that made me not want to really be an actual employee, but I did appreciate it. I did decline the offer, but they still kept me on the roster, and I still worked there for many more shifts, and even up to now. So that was something I really did like. And also, I like the fact that I was able to make more than the actual staff. Like I said, staff will really get paid like $30 an hour, and I would get paid like $50 an hour. And there's a lot of healthcare packages out there for just yourself as a single individual, or you and your husband, you put your money together and you have a package that you pay. Maybe you pay $300 a month for healthcare to get everything, dental, whatever it is, or $400 a month. That's one shift. That's one 8-hour shift. And you have your whole healthcare and top healthcare, Kaiser, whatever it is you want type of healthcare paid for. So I really never thought about it like, oh, I'm going to stay at a facility because I want healthcare benefits. I was like, what's good? Some facilities are even paying like $28 an hour, $30 an hour, and we're in 2026. That's crazy money. LVNs are getting paid $50 an hour right now, $46 an hour right now. So $40 an hour. So if you're not getting paid above $40 an hour, $42 an hour, you're not. It's just not it. I don't know what you do. That's like 2018 salary that we working with right now. That's crazy. Another thing is that if you're tired of the cattiness of, the same staff being over familiar with everybody, you guys see each other every day. So you guys are like, maybe not getting along with some people, stuff like that. This is also great to be able to just expand your horizon, be able to go out and just meet new people. Like I said, meet new love interests. If you're single, this is a great opportunity. I've been to so many facilities and, doctors, different people, RNs hit at me, and it was great. You get to socialize. I really don't recommend, mixing work with business and pleasure, don't do that, because if anything goes south, now you just mess up opportunity to be able to go to that facility. Now your business is all over the place. It's just messy. So just kind of keep that out of it. But if you feel like the individual is very respectful, you really like him, and you also carry yourself with class, and you're not out there being a Tatiana, being a thought out here in these streets, then, who knows? Like I said, you can meet your spouse. 9, it grows your mind and your skill sets. Like I said, you keep working in new environments. I hope you guys got some nuggets out of why it is great to be a travel nurse and the benefits of being a travel nurse. Definitely do not doubt yourself. Definitely expand and think outside the box and look for ways that you can grow. You never know what's on the other side unless you try. It is a great opportunity. I've learned so much. I'm still a travel nurse and I do very much love it a lot. I'm a travel nurse now, and I do have private case that I work with, so it kind of half and half. And that's the beautiful thing about being a nurse and being in nursing, is that there's so many different departments and ways that you can make money, and you should definitely do what makes you happy. I see a lot of nurses that are very sad when you get to work. They really hate just being there. They hate their work environment. They hate how it's just very tiring. It's very pulling of one's energy, and we don't have to do that. We can also be in a setting, give the care that we love and to give, and be there for people and then not drain us. So definitely, like I said, think outside the box. As you clicked on this, you're obviously considering being a travel nurse, and this is just confirmation to go ahead and do it. Go ahead and step outside the box and fly like an eagle. It's definitely going to give you your money's worth, and it's definitely going to give you joy if you play your cards right. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. I am going to have more videos about do's and don'ts of being a nurse and workplace, and just different topics that really help me to thrive in this travel nursing space. Definitely stay tuned. I hope you like it, and if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. There is more channel topics that I have coming up and so definitely stay tuned for that. Alrighty, guys, have a blessed day. Peace.